What's up, everybody? That was kind of a smaller reserved hello. All right, we're at the Coffee Bean in Old Scottsdale, and I'm here with the man, Dylan Blau, with We Are Dog Training. And we're talking dogs because you have a dog, I have a dog, he has a dog, a few dogs. I have three.
How's it going, guys? First off, if you guys have any questions that you want us to answer during our live talk today, we'd love to focus and make it a little bit more personalized, so feel free to ask any questions that you guys have. We'll take a break and answer them for you. Yeah, we definitely will help you guys out for sure. The first thing that we're going to go over today is kind of what you guys should do when you rescue a dog. Most of the calls that I get are from people who rescue a dog and don't know what to do, and they start off the relationship the wrong way. So we want to go over a few basic things with you guys. The first thing that I want to go over, in case you guys haven't seen our talk before on YouTube, is Jules was able to kind of think and prepare. What were your steps that you did before you actually got your dog again, just in case people haven't seen the video?
Well, look at your lifestyle. That's what I did, and I have a very busy lifestyle, so I didn't want to have an outdoor dog that I'd have to worry about going in and out. So we made sure to get indoor dogs that were little, that didn't shed, that didn't require a lot of maintenance, didn't require a lot of exercise, because my dogs don't get to come to my aerobics classes, and so after I'm done teaching all my classes for a day, I really don't want to go for a walk. So my dogs are happy running through the house. That's their exercise.
For sure. So you want to think about the dog and the life that it's going to need. If you want an active dog and you are not an active person, it's probably not a good fit. So you want to think about the lifestyle that you live and what's going to fit you best.
Sorry, ADD. Coffee Bean. Coffee.
Yeah, very true. If you guys haven't been to Coffee Bean, definitely check them out.
Very good. Sorry.
We're on the one on Miller and Indian School. That's where we go every day. If you guys want to check it out.
Well, that's where he goes every day. I pop in occasionally.
So the first thing that I want to go over is the difference between human psychology and dog psychology. And the best way to break it down is looking at empathy. And if you rescue a dog, in most situations when you go to a rescue center, the dogs are barking, they're whining, they're in an anxious state, and our human psychology takes over, and we just want to show empathy and compassion. We want to hug the dog and reassure it that it's going to be okay. However, that's human psychology. With a dog that's in an anxious state of mind, you don't want to give it affection because you're rewarding that state of mind. It's important if the tail is down. If that tail is down or in between the legs, you don't want to give it affection. A lot of times we hear of accidents happening in shelters where people get excited and they go up to a dog and they give it a lot of affection, and that's a scared dog, and it could, bark or react. If that tail is down, they're one stage away from being in fight or flight, and they could react with aggression or being submissive. So you guys want to limit the amount of affection you give your dog when you first rescue it, to prevent any bad behaviors from developing very fast.
We did get a message here. Hey, Molly. Hopefully you're still on for a minute. So she just got a new puppy, and so she needs help. She needs your help.
She needs more info.
She can't watch right now.
Listen, we do free lessons for everybody. We're open 7 days a week, so contact us whenever you want. We'll post our information. You can click the link. Send me a direct message and schedule a free lesson with us. We're open from 5 in the morning to 11:30 at night, 7 days a week. Anytime you want, come on by.
He works like I work. This is why we're friends. Oh, by the way, the other thing is, too, he does have some boot camps where he takes your dog for 30 days, and you can come see your dog and work with your dog and whatever during those 30 days. But at the end of that 30 days, your dog is going to be a trained machine. So
correct. We want you to be involved, though, so it's a very interactive experience. But we definitely would like to help anybody that needs help, and we're 50% off right now for our boot camp program. So definitely check us out. But we're not here to plug as much. We want to kind of give out as many tips as we can in the short amount.
Because did you know his hat? Can you read that? It says 1.5. 1.5. What is 1.5? This is so cool. I love it.
Great question.
1.5 is 1.5 million, right?
Yep.
Dogs are returned?
Are rescued every
Are
year.
rescued. Oh, okay. See, I gotta get this down. Are rescued every year, but guess how many are returned?
Over half of them. So that's close to 750,000 dogs that get returned to the shelters every year.
How sad is that? So we think we're doing a great thing by rescuing a dog, but then we don't commit to actually figuring out how to keep the dog. So that is why my man Dylan is here.
Yeah, we want to give you as much education and preparation. That way you guys have the information you need to prevent any bad behaviors from developing that'll lead you to getting rid of your dog.
Because this is the problem. Dogs are so cute, right? So are babies. And then they grow up. And then their cute little puppiness and babiness is not that cute anymore. Ask me, I know. I have 3 teenagers. But I didn't throw my kids out the door. Or my 3 misbehaved dogs. So you have to be really ready and prepared when you go and take home that cute little puppy dog from the shelter, or that sad dog that needs saving, that it's going to be work. And that is, again, what Dylan is here for, is to help you guys figure out how to do that and not return these dogs. They only get 2 chances and then they are put to sleep.
Yeah, in most cases that's very true. Over 2 million dogs are put down every single year. And another thing, I spoke with another client today who said she tried a shock collar, she tried treats, she tried a few different dog trainers. The one problem is everybody's trying every different option that's out there, and it's really not the best option. That's why if you check out our YouTube page, or if you come by for a lesson, we try to give you a simple, consistent education that anybody can try from home, or do it yourself, if you will. A lot of people who try using a prong or a shock collar, they end up doing it wrong, which causes pain to the dog, and then that'll mess up the training and the relationship that you have with your dog. So before you go and you use anything like a shock, choke, prong, or e-collar, you should contact the dog trainer and hear their advice first and see what they would do before you try and use something that could cause pain to your dog.
And the key word that he used is consistency. So, and that goes for everything, with your food, with your workouts, with training your dog, is being consistent. And it's hard at first. And believe me, I really can't preach on this because my dogs are bad behaved, and I clearly have not been consistent enough. Part of my problem is I'm not home to be consistent. But consistency with my kids, like sleeping through the night. You know that when you're ready to sleep through the night and your kid isn't, what do? You let them scream all night long. You let them just cry. And eventually, they figure it out. And they stop crying and they sleep through the night. So it's the same, right, with the dog.
I mean, that's, you're almost, if you let the baby cry in the middle of the night and don't ignore it, that's, I think it's the Ferber method. So that's almost in the stage of dog training. You shouldn't, if your dog is whining in the crate, you shouldn't give it affection and let it out, because they'll learn that
if they whine and cry, that you'll take them out.
For
exactly.
sure.
That's exactly.
But again, to empathize the difference between human psychology and dog, if the baby's crying in the crib, you have 2 options. You can either ignore it and let them cry it out, or you can give them affection and reassure them that you're going to do something, either feed them or give them some affection, or rock them back to sleep, whatever it is. But on a dog, you don't want to give empathy, compassion, and reassurance in that type of situation, because you're only giving them affection and rewarding a bad behavior. So you want to be very distinct when you give your dog affection. We've got another question.
The problem isn't the pets, it's the people. We need more human. Okay, have you said this before?
No, it's Christopher, it's completely true. Over 750,000 dog owners need to get the education. Last year I did 10,000 free lessons to kind of see how much I could help out. Of those 10,000 people, what I found is most people can't afford basic dog training. So if you get a dog and you can't afford dog training, it's almost like getting a kid and not being able to afford the food or the education that they're going to need down the line. When you have a kid you want to prepare, you know that you're going to send them to college, and you're going to be a parent. You have to kind of look at having a dog the same way. It is an investment when you get a dog. It's not just a cute, fluffy, toy that.
Well, I think that's what I was just saying just now, wasn't I? Yeah. I was.
Now let me ask you, with your kids, you obviously strive to get them to eat healthy, to work out and do all these things. If they weren't eating a specific salad, how would you get them to still eat healthy?
No, you don't. It's a different thing. With parenting children, you have to be very careful, because there are eating disorders and things like that. You really, especially coming from somebody like me, where I've gotten to a point where I am very healthy and I do watch every calorie I put in my mouth. But you know what? Kids need to kind of figure that out on their own. They see how I eat. They know what I do, so they know what's right and what's wrong. But they also
lead by example, would you say?
I lead by example, but I am not going to be that parent that's like, oh, you're going to eat another piece. That leads to eating disorders. It leads to having bad feelings about yourself, and that is not something I build my children up. That it is not for me to tell them what they can and can't do. And like I said, it's not like I'm at home eating cheeseburger and french fries and saying, okay, honey, you better be eating that salad. I'm eating the salad, so they do. They see that.
Gotcha. What about, I'm sure you've heard a trend right now is to put vegetables and brownies and other things and kind of hide them from your kids. You know, it's
Well,
a
look,
problem, so what do you thought?
I mean, if you're that motivated to do that for your kids, I think that's great. I was from the school where my mom, we had candy if we wanted candy, we had chips if we wanted chips. She was very supportive though if we wanted to lose weight. She hired a nutritionist when I wanted to really get focused on it. So I think that not making food an issue is the best way to get kids to figure it out, because I am showing them the right things to do, and when they're ready. And there have been different points in all three of my kids' lives where they're like, Mom, I'm ready to kick it up a notch. What do you want me to do? And then I'm supportive and I'm there and I'll do
So by not making a big deal out of, you know, the issue, they kind of can learn on their own.
They can learn on their own, and they can decide when they're ready to make that change, they'll make that change. And so,
let me ask you, you do workout videos all the time. I saw you did a class the other day. You had some people there. How many people do you usually have in a class? Are they open? Can people come to them?
well, if you're not a member at my gym, you can come as my guest anytime, so just message me. But yeah, I mean, I have any. Hi, we're back. Hello. We didn't leave. Hopefully you didn't leave.
Okay, so we were just talking about her fitness classes. She's got tons of people there. So let's pretend that I'm one of the people in your class and you're doing a specific workout or one of these activities I'm not getting, right? So I don't understand how to do the specific activity.
So I call you out and I go, Dylan, you suck. Why are you so bad?
No, but seriously, I mean, if somebody who doesn't understand what to do you get frustrated? And do you yell at the guy, or do you use patience and
Yeah,
calm
of course.
to kind of show them the right direction?
Absolutely. I mean, when I teach class the way I work with my kids on their fit. I mean, it's just a very gentle look. If you come to my class, you're 99% ahead of most of the population, right? So I'm just happy that you made it to my class. So even though I teach a really hard class, I really want everybody to feel good in that class. So it's really, for me, it's about everybody having a really good time in class and getting a good workout. And for my newcomers that come, I just want them to feel comfortable. That's my biggest thing for them. And I always cue to the entire class. Like, if I see you're doing it poorly, whatever you're doing poorly, I will cue to the entire class. Okay, everybody sit your weight back in your heels. Everybody's chest up. So hopefully I'm not pointing out, but I'm reaffirming to everybody what the technique should look like, and hopefully you'll look a little bit better.
So the point I'm trying to make is when you're training a dog and you're working with it, and they don't understand what you want from them, right? The same thing. These dogs, they don't speak human, obviously. So if you're trying to do a workout activity or a training session with them, they don't know what you want from them. You're telling them to sit. You're telling them to come. You need to show them and explain to them. You can't be dominant and aggressive and assertive. You need to make sure that you're guiding them in a manner where they can trust you, the same way that people in your class trust you to guide them through the workout. The same way a yoga exercise, they trust the instructor to calmly guide them through, whether you're a beginner or an expert. They want to show you how to do it successfully. And that's the whole point. So
I think that's a really good point. Yeah.
For sure.
I like that. Nice correlation.
Another thing that we can give out as a tip, if you guys rescue a dog or you're getting a dog, there are many options for crates. You want to get a plastic crate. Dogs, whether they're a cute Chihuahua or a Husky, they're all very primitive in nature, and they want to be in a den or a cave-like enclosure. So having a wire crate is like a jail cell, and they're very exposed to what's going on. So that's why they tend to whine or bark or just be very highly reactive to their environment. Some people do put blankets over top, but then the dog will chew through and pull the blanket through. So I recommend a plastic crate, because the same way your bedroom isn't a glass enclosure with tons of windows, it's dark but you put your blinds down.
But I do,
sleep, right? You turn the lights off. It should feel almost like a cave. And we want to feel safe and secure. You don't want to feel vulnerable when you go to sleep. And the same thing goes for your dog. So a plastic crate, just big enough for them to sleep in. If they're able to go to the bathroom, poop and pee in it, and lay down, it's too big. Most people should get a medium to a large size crate. You don't need to get an oversized crate. The same way you put a baby in a crib, you want to put your dog in a crate. When you think about what you do with an infant. You swaddle them so that they're secure, and then you put them into the crib. You want to put your dog into a crate where they feel secure, and they can recharge like a battery and be off duty. And that's what you guys want to do. So definitely check out.
Wow, these are some really good tips. I did not even think about any of those. So what do you think about using the crate always for a dog? It doesn't matter what age. I mean, is it, you know, because I did have my dog, Fifi, when we first got her, we crate trained her and she loved her crate. And then we ruined it when we got our other dogs because, anyways, but long story short is she was 2 years old and still using the crate.
I crate trained my original dog for the first 3 years, and I can trust her in my house for 72 hours or longer without pooping or peeing in it. She knows what to do. She's completely off duty. She's a retired service dog. I think crates are very beneficial. Once you've reached a certain trust with your dog, then you can start to, you know, leave them alone in your house for 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
But do you
30.
keep it out just to be their little home?
If they like it the same way you always, you know, sleep in a bedroom, it's okay that they do it. They shouldn't run into it because they're afraid. There shouldn't be any negative associations to it, but I do find dogs tend to
like it, right?
their crate. Yeah, it's a positive association for sure. The other thing I want to go over, the reason why you guys shouldn't be buying shock collars, choke collars, prong collars is the same way that a dentist has special tools and the public are allowed to buy toothbrushes. If you ever buy a toothbrush or you check it out, you can only buy soft and medium. It's very hard to find a hard toothbrush. You can't buy the drills, you can't buy the metal tools that they use because you'll scratch your enamel, you'll damage yourself, you'll cause bleeding in your gums. And even if you go to the dentist, they'll probably tell you that you're brushing too hard at whatever age you are. And they always will try to give you advice and correct you. And it's the same thing with dog training. Just because you can go to a store and buy a shock, a choke, a prong, a knee collar, doesn't mean you should be using them. Those are for dog trainers.
Those are for your
specialists.
kids.
No.
Just kidding.
Oh,
Sometimes.
I haven't met our kids, but I'm excited to see how well trained they are.
They're very well trained. Actually, they are. My kid, I am like the nicest mom. Until
they
and they know. They know. They know. They cross that line. I'm like, that's great. What? And then they know. And they listen. They're good. Like this morning, I was like, Will, I got a voicemail saying that you were tardy for one or more classes yesterday at school. And his face just goes white. And he had a million excuses. I don't give a bleep what that was. It won't happen again. Because he was like, Mom, don't. I'm like, okay. Cool.
Guys,
Glad we
if you're
got
just
that all
tuning in,
settled.
if you guys have any questions, we're probably going to wrap up in a little bit. Feel free to ask any questions that we can answer. If you guys have a dog, tell us what dog you have, where you guys are located. Feel free to chime in, introduce yourself. We want to.
Hello, Wayne. Hello, Lawrence. Hello, Stephen. And Julie. Nice to not see you in class. You can send me a message. You're in trouble.
The another thing that we can
You better do last night's class at home right now.
I mean, we've mentioned a few times consistency is everything. If you're working out, you're being consistent, it's going to show in your lifestyle. So you want to, have a consistency with how you work out daily with your dogs, with yourself. Are you eating healthy? If you're eating healthy, your dog's probably eating healthy. If you live an active life, you're probably being active with your dog. So it all correlates. You want to make sure.
I'm not being active with my dog.
But you made that choice because you prepared to have cute little dogs that don't need exercise.
Right.
But if you had 4 Great Danes or German Shepherds,
Right.
she'd
I'm
probably
too
have
tired.
to do some exercise.
I've already taught 2 classes today and I have 1 more to go. Do you think I'm going to go walk a dog when I get home tonight?
Did you get up this morning?
5.
You get up at 5 also?
5 every morning.
5 o'clock every morning. Start your day off right. Be active. Do stuff.
My oatmeal and my protein.
Guys, so if you don't have any questions, we're going to do one more metaphor to kind of help you guys out and understand the relationship between your dog and you, and what role you need to play. And that is the combination of the Secret Service and the President. All dogs have the potential to be working dogs. A German Shepherd obviously is more of a working class dog than a cute Chihuahua, obviously. But they all will naturally learn 50 to 100 commands or behaviors depending on whether you teach them or they pick them up on their own and they become problem behaviors. So your role is to be the Secret Service. Your dog is to be an off-duty president, if you will, that just goes about the day. You want to make sure that you're letting the dog know that the area is secure, that whether cars, distractions, around you. Your dog needs to feel secure so that it doesn't react. Your dog is reacting, where it's barking, whining, pulling, lunging, sometimes showing teeth or whatever it is, wagging the tail, super excited. It shouldn't be reacting to all the distractions that are out there and all the stimuluses. It should be calm. It should be sitting right next to your side. Just like,
how do you fix that?
well, you come by for a free lesson so we can help you guys out and explain
Dang
everything.
it, you're not going to give us that one?
I mean, the first thing is to walk it, but the whole point of a walk is for it to be a trust-building exercise, similar to if you walk with your husband, you guys would walk hand in hand, and he would look straight, not looking at any other women, and he would look straight and at you, and that's it. That's what your dog should be doing, looking straight or at the owner. If they're looking at every distraction that's out there and they're constantly checking out things, they're on duty.
I did have a dog trainer once, and that's the only thing the dog trainer taught my dogs to do was walk on a leash. But they are very good at walking on a leash. They don't do anything else well, but they do walk good on a leash.
Good.
All three of them together.
When's the last time you walked these dogs?
It's been a while.
So you have two options, guys. Be extremely active with your dog, or be as smart as Jules here and plan ahead so you can just come home
The
to
problem
three adorable
is,
dogs.
did you guys see my makeup tutorial? Because in my makeup tutorial, my dog Fifi, who's going to be 10 next month, September 22nd to be exact, she hurt her leg, and I took her to the vet, and I was hoping it would get better. They gave her some anti-inflammatories, and she's not gotten one iota better, so I finally called to make an appointment to see the surgeon. I don't know what's wrong with it. September 12th is the doctor's appointment. It's like 3 weeks away. So she literally can't put any weight on it. And then my other dog had ACL surgery. So my dogs are really not in good walking condition. So I'm going to blame them for me not walking them.
I'm going to blame the dogs.
But my dog Ellie, my Yorkie Poo, she could walk. She's healthy enough to walk, but she just wants to be carried. She just would like me to carry her in like a baby. I need to get like a front pack baby Bjorn. That's where she wants to be. So, all right. Anyways, enough of my dog.
Real quick before we sign off here, guys. If you guys haven't already followed us, we're about to go weak connection. If you guys haven't already followed us on Instagram at We Are Dog Training, also check out our YouTube channel.
And Lifestyle Jules.
Always Lifestyle
Hello.
Jules. You guys should already be following Lifestyle Jules and working out just as hard as she is. There's no excuses. She's given you no reason to make an excuse as far as I'm concerned. But again, with no excuses, the whole point is our YouTube channel, We Are Dog Training. The problem we've been talking about, as you've said, is 1.5 million dogs get rescued every year. Over half of them get returned. So how do you educate and inspire 750,000 people?
To keep their
We have
dogs.
to come together as a community of dog owners. So we're able to showcase stories just like Jules here, other people all over the United States that can help inspire people to keep their dogs and showcase how they're able to live a happy, stress-free life. So.
Okay, really quick too. So this 1.5, I really dig this. He is making the t-shirts that are so cool. It just says 1.5 on the front, and then it says what 1.5 is on the back, and the hats. They're super cool, so those are going to be available shortly to purchase. And of course, the money from that will go towards helping these 750,000 dogs that are returned every single year. So that's cool.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. We got a lot of exciting stuff. If you guys don't already watch Lifestyle Jules every single day, she's probably the best TV station on Facebook right now. So stay tuned, keep up with her. We'll be, doing weekly updates, and we'll have some exciting stuff for you next time.
And I'm heading to see Sextacular You, so stay tuned. Who knows?
Awesome, you guys. Take care. Check us out. Have a
Bye,
great day.
guys.